Hey football fans, Zach Tucker out here in Greensboro getting you ready for the first round of the high school football playoffs. This week we have Western Guilford at Grimsley. It's time to go inside the headset with both coaches. Joining us now we have Coach Brown of the Grimsley Whirlies. And Coach, your team is off to a 10-0 start heading into the postseason. Just kind of tell me about the vibes around your teams at this time of the year.
Yeah, well, I mean, our guys have been working really hard and had a great regular season, and I'm super proud of them about how they prepared and approached each and every week. They are very aware that now's a new time of the year, a new season, and everybody's 0-0 and competing for the same thing, which is to try to win a state championship. So you got to take it a week at a time, and we've had a great week of practice, and looking forward to getting things going tonight.
Now, the last time that you and I spoke, we talked about your highly touted quarterback, Faison Brandon. I want to show a little bit of love to some of the seniors around this time around here, and you know, Bryce Davis, Mitchell Summers kind of headlined that group. What impact have those two players, along with the rest of the seniors, had on your team?
Well, we got a great senior class. We got 17 guys, and the majority of them have been with us for 4 years in this program. Guys that have been really committed, always willing to kind of sacrifice and put the needs of the team before their individual wants. And I'm extremely happy for them that they have put our team in position, to have a #1 seed head into the playoffs. We got two good leaders, obviously, in Bryce and Mitchell that you mentioned, guys that are, played in a lot of big games for us the last few years, but they're not the only ones. I mentioned several guys, and I don't want to start putting names out there because I'll forget somebody, but I've been really pleased with that class. So it's a great group, and we've got a lot of really good leaders, and this team's been player-led the majority of the season.
Now, as we mentioned a little bit ago, Grimsley opens up the playoffs here at home against Western Guilford on Friday. Talk to me a little bit about the Hornets.
Well, we saw them in conference play. Coach Timmons and his staff does a great job. They've really improved over the last few years, and that says a lot about him and his staff. And the fact that they're in the playoffs just kind of shows where they've come from, and says a lot about them. So we understand that we'll get their best effort tonight, and we got to make sure that we're ready to play and kind of match their intensity.
Yeah, now going off of that, Grimsley does have the #1 overall seed in the 4A West bracket. What does that mean to you to not only secure that top spot, but to practically have home field advantage throughout the playoffs?
No, I mean, it's a tremendous honor. I mean, it's something that, you can't really control. You play your schedule, and the way the RPI is, a lot's determined by, factors out of your control. Your opponents, how they play, and the teams that they play, and how the success that they have. So the fact that we was able to, get the #1 seed just kind of is a credit to our guys and how we went through the regular season. But then also looking back on it now, obviously we played a really tough schedule, and our opponents had a really good year. So, it's a great honor, but you really, at this time of the year, you just kind of focus on the next team up and kind of take it week at a time. But the fact that we know that as long as we continue to win, that we get to stay here in Jamison Stadium, that's huge for us. There's nothing like playing here in front of our fans and in front of our students. So that's something that we'll definitely look forward to.
Knowing that your team is still undefeated at this point in the season, you guys are 10-0. How do you kind of juggle knowing the fact that, yes, it's good to have all these victories, but also to kind of weed out any complacency as you guys move forward to the ultimate goal, winning the state championship?
No, I mean, that's something that any coach worries about, but I just really trust our players and our staff. Our staff does a great job of keeping our guys level-headed and focused. And like I mentioned earlier, we got a bunch of guys that have played in some big games for us here, playoff games the last couple of years. And they're focused on the end goal, and last year we came up short, got beat by a really good Weddington team at their place, and I think our guys, we saw this week just how they approached practice this week, the mindset, the mentality they had, that they're focused and they understand it's a new season, and they understand what it takes if we want to make sure that we're playing late in December.
Yeah, now not only is this the time of the year for playoff football, but we've also got Thanksgiving right around the corner, just a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask you, what are some of the things that you're thankful for?
Oh, that's easy. I'm very thankful for my family and my wife and kids, and spend a lot of time here. But I'm extremely thankful that I have their support, and really kind of my hobbies, being at home and spending time with those guys, with them. And my daughter's at college now. My son's very active doing stuff, and my wife's been there with me, through all this, the past 20-some years. So very thankful for them and my family, and Then obviously our coaching staff and our administration here at Grimsley and our players and their families, and it's just kind of an extended family. So it means a lot this time of year when you kind of think about those things. We're very thankful for everything that we have going on here as well.
Not trying to put you on the spot here, but I want you to kind of help sell the debate a little bit. What would you say is the best side dish at the Thanksgiving Day table?
Well, there's a lot of different things you can pick from, that's for sure. I'm a dessert guy, but really my favorite side dish would be macaroni and cheese.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you more of a baked mac and cheese guy or more just like the classic?
No, I like the baked mac and cheese, but I'd be fine with either one, but I would prefer baked.
Awesome. Yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. Well, what's your final message to all the Whirlies fans out there before kickoff on Friday?
No, I mean, just kind of like what we tell our players, don't take things for granted. It's a tremendous honor to be playing this time of the year. A lot of teams are not, and you don't ever want to look past whoever you're playing. So we love to see all of Whirly Nation come out, and make sure they're here to support us, and which they have been all year. We have a great student section and great community, so we just continue to need their support, need them to be loud, and bring a lot of energy every Friday night.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks so much for your time today,
Thanks,
Coach
Zach.
Brown. I appreciate it, and good luck on Friday and the rest of the way of this playoffs.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and send it over to Western Guilford. All right, well, we are now out here at Western Guilford High School, joined now by the head man for the Hornets, Coach Timmons.
Yes, sir.
Coach, your team is 4-7 on the season, entering into the playoffs. Just kind of take me into the mood about your team as we go into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, and it's funny that you bring that up because I just had a message to our team yesterday. Even though we're 4-6, there are 3 close conference games: the Page game, the Southeast game, and of course our last regular season game, which was Ragsdale, that we feel like we should have won, but we just didn't finish. So even though we're 4-6, we more feel like a 7-3 team. We're thankful to be in the playoffs, and it's an opportunity. But everybody's 0-0, so it's about finding ways to survive and advance. And for us here at Western, this is the first time since 2012. So it's a little excitement around here, to be in the playoffs, and we just gotta. We know we're going against a giant, but hey, anything can happen on any given day.
Yeah, and this is the time of the year where teams might kind of lean a little bit more on that upperclassman leadership.
Absolutely.
Especially the seniors. What has the senior class at Western Guilford meant to this program?
It has been a real good class. These seniors were freshmen. They were going into their sophomore year whenever I came in. So, they've kind of got used to the way I want things to go, and then, how we want things to be led through them. So they've really pushed forward and pressed hard. But it has really been a collective team effort overall. And, we're just learning as a team of how to finish. The program is rebuilding and is going in the right direction. So having an opportunity to be in the playoffs and have these extra 2 weeks or more to practice is always a good thing.
Now, of course, your opponent on Friday night will be Grimsley, a team that's in your conference.
Yes.
You guys are pretty familiar with. Just kind of tell me a little bit about the Whirlies.
Oh, man. Well, everybody knows about the quarterback and, Faison. Everybody knows about the running back, Summers. But, they have a really good, solid defense. They haven't given up a lot of points. The defensive line is good. The offensive line is good. So it's a total program. But, they are the top dog in the West. And, they have really set the bar, especially here in Guilford County, between them and Dudley and Northern and Northwest, of where we're all trying to get to. So, it is a very tough opponent, but, we're going to focus on us getting better and focus on us doing the small things correctly.
Now, knowing that you guys are conference opponents and that you guys played against each other earlier this season, does that make things a little bit easier maybe to kind of game plan this time around?
I wouldn't necessarily say game plan because we kind of played them pretty early in conference. Watching their last 2 conference games, against Northern, which was for the conference championship, and then watching them against Page, they look a little bit different and they look a whole lot better, which is kind of where you want to be getting. You want to be peaking at the right time. So it's a lot of familiarities with the kids kind of knowing each other and knowing who we're going against. But still, that football can bounce any type of way and anything can happen on any given day. So, we know we have our hands full and at the same time, it's tough to play somebody twice. I don't think a lot of teams like playing somebody that you've already played twice. But, we're just thankful to be in and, hey, whether we got to play the 1 seed or the 5th seed, whoever it may be, we're excited to be in the playoffs.
Now, one of the guys on your team that I like to highlight is your running back, Timothy Baker.
Yes, sir.
He's averaged about a little over 90 yards a game and has scored a few touchdowns as well. What kind of, does that make you a little bit more comfortable seeing a guy that's consistently put up solid numbers game in and game out?
Well, yes, it does. But like I tell anybody, whether you're a running back, quarterback, or receiver, it starts up front. If those 5 guys up front on that offensive line are not doing their job, then you're not going to average close to 90, or you're not going to be able to complete pass or to catch a pass. So, one thing about Tim is he always tells people it's not about him. It's about the team. It's about the guys in front of him. We need other people to step up, and other people have stepped up, and we are getting better. So, we're just going to continue to go at it, just chip away. That's all that we can do.
Now, not only is this the time of the year for the playoffs, but we've also got Thanksgiving right around the corner.
One of my favorite times.
Yeah, so I've got to ask you, Coach, what are some of the things that you're thankful for?
Oh, man. Well, listen, I'm thankful for our family. Which is, like I told my guys last night, not only my personal family, the football team here is my extended family. So, we're thankful for everybody to be healthy. We're thankful for our, our fellowship amongst one another. We're thankful for still having this nice weather in November to where we can get out here and practice and be able to just enjoy being around one another. And, like we talked about, we've been together really since going back to spring of this year, and it's been a lot of work, but, we don't want to take these moments for advantage, take advantage of these moments in a negative way, because if I'm a senior, these are memories that's going to last forever. So, that the faith, family, and friends, that's what we're all excited for.
Now, this next question might be a little bit of a high take, but
okay.
And I don't want to put you on the spot here, but what is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Can I say 2?
Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna say 2. Well, I know you're from Salisbury. I know my mom's from Davie County down there in Cooley. I want to give a shout out to my aunt. Well, to both of my aunts. They have my favorite dishes. One is broccoli casserole dish, and the other one is my aunt makes a wonderful red velvet cake. And those are my 2 dishes that I look forward to every Thanksgiving. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And is there any dish that you make too for Thanksgiving?
Nah, I try to be the one to let everybody else do the cooking. So, but if I had to, I try to be non-traditional. I would like a nice T-bone steak if I could. To go along with the broccoli casserole and some macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. But I'm more the person. I'll go out and buy everything, get everything together, and I'll let my wife, my mom, my aunts, and all them take care of all the cooking.
Yeah, we'll talk about this food's making me a little bit hungry
myself.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Well, what's your final message to all the Hornets fans out there before the game on Friday?
Well, first, I just want to tell them, thank them. I want to thank Hornet Nation for all the support. Like I said earlier, this has been a long time coming. Last time been in the playoffs is 2012. A lot of our kids were in diapers, during that time. But, we are turning things around here. This is my 3rd season. Like I said, the support, just everybody buying in, that makes a difference, because I cannot do this alone. The players, my coaching staff, the support from my family, my wife and my kids, the administration, Principal Barnett and Coach Harris, the athletic director, that makes things easier. And once we all come together as one, that bond cannot be broken.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks so much for your time today, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, and good luck on Friday and the rest of the way of the season.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, well, for more Inside the Headset content, subscribe to the ABC 45 YouTube channel.